right, now 2020, a year to remember. Beginning today and continuing until we usher in a new year next week, we'll take a look back at the year that was, the stories that shaped 2020. Now, political stories, of course, were huge in 2020, overshadowed only by the coronavirus. Here's CBS 4's Jim DeFede with some of the highlights.
Headaches, nausea, and an overall feeling of exhaustion, while they are certainly symptoms of the coronavirus, they also represent how Americans feel about this year's elections. 2020 has been a year like no other, and the same went for our politics.
We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.
Joe Biden was indeed elected president, as more than 81 million Americans cast ballots for him, beating Donald Trump by more than 7 million votes. More importantly, Biden garnered 306 electoral votes. Trump, however, steadfastly refuses to acknowledge reality, claiming fraud without proof.
They know it was a fixed election. It was a rigged election. They know it.
You know, we won Georgia, just so you understand.
It was a rigged election. You look at the different states, the election was totally rigged.
And while there were bizarre and funny moments, and an even odder cast of characters,
we're not seeing the poll book off by 30,000 votes. That's not the case.
What did you guys do? Take it and do something crazy to it?
there is nothing funny about the potential damage done by undermining faith in the election system, a point Biden made when he was asked what people are witnessing in Trump's actions.
I think they're witnessing incredible irresponsibility, incredibly damaging messages being sent to the rest of the world about how democracy functions. I just think it's totally irresponsible.
Yet while Trump lost, his impact shall remain, especially here in Florida, where he will hunker down at Mar-a-Lago and plot his 2024 return. Trump not only won the state decisively, but also helped foster a Trump wave through South Florida that swept out two Democratic members of Congress, Debbie Mucarsel-Powell and Donna Shalala. In their place, former Miami-Dade County Mayor Carlos Jimenez and former TV journalist Maria Elvira Salazar.
Today was a rejection of extremism. Today was a rejection of partisanship. Today was a rejection of socialism and the evils of socialism and communism. And that's not just rhetoric, it's true.
I am honored to officially accept the position as your Congresswoman for District Number 27.
Republicans hit a chord in Miami-Dade County by falsely branding all Democrats as socialists. It cannot be underestimated how effective this strategy was, or how much South Florida swung towards Trump and his style of politics. While Jimenez moves on to Washington, Miami-Dade has a new mayor, Daniela Levine Cava, the first woman to hold that position. Broward also saw some historic election results as voters elected the first African-American public defender, Gordon Weeks, and the first state attorney, Harold Pryor.
I think this race, this election, this past election, the voters of Broward County made it clear. The status quo of how the state attorney's offices were run and the public defender's office was run, or the relationship between the two entities, they made it clear that they want something a little different, that they want criminal justice reform.
We should be able to talk. We should be able to have a very candid and open dialogue and move towards a system that's based on equity, fairness, and justice.
And in a race that had more twists and turns than a Hyacinth novel, Gregory Toney was elected sheriff of Broward, even after it was revealed he had killed a man in self-defense when he was a teenager. And in one of the closest elections in the history of the state Senate, Democrat Jose Javier Rodriguez lost his seat to Ileana Garcia, the founder of Latinas for Trump. A recount showed she won by just 34 votes out of more than 215,000 cast. Florida voters also passed a statewide constitutional amendment to raise the minimum wage over the next few years to $15 an hour. I'm Jim DeFede, CBS 4 News.